Hello everyone, long time no see in regards to doing a chatty get ready with me. I'm gonna just start applying makeup. I wanted to try something different today. I want to start by putting concealer underneath my eyes, and this is just Fit Me, cheap, easy, beautiful. I actually had filmed a get ready with me in regards to talking about school, and that's like literally what I had spoken about. And again, that was like my first get ready with me in a minute, but that's completely changed, so I decided to scrap it. And I feel like lately I've had a lot of videos I've decided to like scrap because I wasn't happy with it, and I'm like,
is she becoming like a dedicated YouTuber?
When she has to like scrap complete videos, because usually I don't think I would ever do that. And now I'm like, if I'm not happy with it, I'm like, no, like, I don't know if it's because I have time to redo it. I just decide to redo it basically. So that's kind of what I am doing today. I mean, still kind of talking about the same things, but not gonna be the same information. Also, if you hear my brother in the background, I'm so sorry. This has been a problem where the moment I have to get ready and I want to film, or times that I can film, he's playing video games and it's being really obnoxious. Also, I'm drinking water today. My Sailor Moon Luna sticker. Oh, I love. Because I don't know what's been going on with me lately. I just, no matter how much water I drink, I'm still thirsty. And like, I drink so much water. I will fill up my hydro flask to the brim 2 sometimes 3 times a day. So I don't know if I'm just like low on electrolytes or something. I mean, I don't think dehydrated is the right word just because of how much I drink. So if you have any recommendations on what I should do in regards to that, please leave them down below because it would be much appreciated. Also, I'm sporting a very like 90s look. Like, I have my gold bamboo initial necklace, some hoops, and then like this top that I got from Zara. And usually like this is not my style. I don't really like wear this out. I wear this like around the house, and you've seen it in videos countless times. But the reason I purchased it was because I remember seeing a picture of my mom from like the 90s in like a similar shirt, and I just felt very nostalgic when I saw this shirt. Can't find the picture anymore, but I know for a fact I saw a picture of my mom in a similar like print shirt, and I just wanted to buy it because I was very nostalgic for it, and I feel like a lot of you guys seem to like it. So yeah, but I bought it like a couple years ago, so yeah. Anywho, did I say I was going for cool tone makeup? I can't remember, but I'm just reiterating. I'm going for like cool tone eyeshadow. I have a lot of things I kind of want to plan to record. And by a lot of things, I think like 1 or 2 videos after this one. And I think like cool tone neutral eyeshadow is very easy to like match with different outfits, because sometimes I do go through like the length of switching my tops, so it doesn't get very repetitive for you. Again, that's how you know I'm committed. Of course, like, I try to mix it in with other videos I've recorded, so it breaks up, I don't know, it breaks like the makeup up, and I don't know, the setting, the atmosphere of the videos. So yeah. So let me go ahead and just talk about like what's been going on. I guess like first things first is I'm actually getting ready for my last day of work, which is very sad, but I knew like this was a temporary thing. I worked for my university for like the orientation program over the summer, so obviously like all new students, their orientations in the summer, so they hire like students, so they have like relatability rather than like a lot of more like faculty people just talking to them all the time. So that was my position. Like I said, only a summer job, and although yesterday was technically my last day of work, today we're getting together to put in our hours, and after that it is goodbye. Because it's like a university and like schools, like I think, like, don't quote me on this, but I feel like in California most professors slash teachers only get paid like once a month, like they get paid monthly. So that's kind of like the system they have for us, where you just put all our hours in at the end of the month and then wait like 2 weeks to get that paycheck. So while technically I'm not really like working today, it's our last like official day of work, which I don't know, I'm like bittersweet about it because it was really draining. Even though like it was online and virtual and it was like Zoom, it was still very draining to like be like this happy, like, oh, welcome to school guys, like I'm your resource, like if you need anything, blah blah blah, and always having your camera on and kind of like trying to upkeep like this upbeat thing, like from, I don't know, like my days would start at 6:30 and then technically would end at 7:30. Like this job itself wouldn't start at 6:30, but I would wake up at 6:30 to get ready, so it was quite draining, to say the least. But it was fun because it gave me something to do. Like I couldn't imagine like not, like what would I have done with my time this whole like 2 months of like employment, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely is a lot when there's like nothing else going on. I am still taking a summer class, but honestly it like requires so little of me. It's not actually like a major class. It's kind of one of those lower GE general education classes that I was putting off on taking because I wasn't sure if I had to take it, and then found out I did have to take it. So it like doesn't require as much time, like I said, as like my normal classes. So I quite like it. I don't know, like as you guys can like notice from like my videos and like my eye makeup, it's not very like, oh my god, makeup beauty tutorial, like that's not me. It's not. I like more like realistic natural makeup than like going crazy, and that's kind of what's reflected in my collection. So that's what I have, that's what I go for, and it's fine, you know. So I don't know when I'm actually gonna upload this video, but basically once I get paid, from now it's gonna be like mid-August. I'm recording this right at the very like end bit of July, but once I have like that paycheck, I have like a little like personal like announcement to make that like I used to make back when kind of that I used to do when I was working full-time. I don't know if you catch my drift if you happen to be like an older viewer, but I don't know, it's kind of like a personal little achievement that I was working towards, and it kind of paused when I became a full-time student. So I'm excited once that happens just to announce it, just because it's always good like to share little accomplishments. But I'm gonna go do my lashes off camera since it really takes a while. Okay, so first layer of mascara is done, so I'm just gonna let that sit, and then we will do our foundation. So I think I'm gonna be posting the update before this, but I'm never, you know, I don't know, it depends. So this is my IT Cosmetics CC cream from my year-long project pan. I had to cut it open because it was no longer pumping, and from experience from cutting it open before, I know for a fact that there's still a lot of product left. So I'm just gonna grab some with a brush that's like thin enough to kind of fit in here but still get a lot. I don't know if that was too much, but I'm gonna be using a beauty blender anyways since I went through the trouble to actually wet it today. You know, I haven't been using it just because when I'm on Zoom, I'm like, you can't tell if it's like beautifully applied or not. I've been applying makeup, but I've been very lazy with it, and I think this was actually like way too much product, at least on a brush. Let's see if I can fix this with the beauty blender, which usually the beauty blender fixes everything. Do you guys like my little song? So yeah, that's my situation with work. Very sad that it's ending, because that means no more money to be made. I mean, I will be getting paid in like 2 weeks, but that's already because, you know, those were hours that I actually worked already. So let's talk about school, shall we? Since I know that's another one of the topics that I decided to touch upon in this Get Ready With Me. So my fall 2020 semester, because my school is on a semester basis, is going to be entirely virtual. Now, I do have a couple of classes that offered the option to have the lab in person on campus, but it was just like very unrealistic of me to like spend $7,000 for a semester to live on campus for an optional in-person class. And the labs that I'm taking, like, I feel like only one of them would kind of be crucial for me to kind of learn the lab techniques, but I feel like if and when we come back in this in the spring, there are techniques that I can easily learn. I mean, because I grew up as a dancer, learning and like muscle memory is very like easy to me, or like it comes easy to me, and like remembering how to do stuff and doing it well. So I'm not like too worried about that. And then I get to also save on housing, because that means I'm going to be in Arizona staying with my parents for the entirety of the fall semester, which is going to be interesting because I haven't, I mean, I don't think it's going to be interesting in the sense that like, oh, we're going to see like our dynamics again. I haven't lived with my family, like my parents and my siblings, since right at the start of 2017 actually. So it's already been 3 years. So you would think that like, oh, like I already know how to live on my own and blah blah blah, but like in my situation that's not necessarily true. And actually, instead of using concealer, I'm just gonna build up whatever's left on the brush with the CC cream, since there's still quite a bit on there. I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, I have my own room. My stuff is here. In a way, like, all of us are very, like, private in a way. I don't really know how to, like, explain it. But, like, no one meddles into other people's things. Like, we're all very respectful. Like, yeah, there's things expected of us, but there's never been like, oh, like, you know, like, it's really late, you should be going to bed, or like, you should really be quiet, like, because everyone's asleep. It's never like that. Everyone here has like different schedules, and like, we're all kind of mindful of it, except for this brother, that like his room is right next to me and he's the one that's screaming, because there's been some instances, because I've been here since late March, where like he's playing video games at 3 in the morning and gets really excited and starts yelling, and it wakes me up if I'm like in a light sleep. So that's kind of annoying, but it doesn't happen like very often, I would say. Okay, I needed a little bit of a water break. Like I said, I say that and I need another water break, okay? I'm just thirsty all the time. I don't know what it is. It also was giving like a moment for the CC cream to set, because it can be very tacky. And so I just didn't, I don't know, to like my brush to get all gunky, or like the powder that I'm about to use, and to get a little bit of hard pan from the wetness that the brush might pick up from the CC cream. And I also just went ahead and like filled in my brows a little bit, because I've been lightening them. I've been kind of like experimenting with like eyeshadows and powders that I have to see what really I completely lost my no, I was talking about my eyebrows. Yeah, so I've just been playing around to see like what makes it look better, just to see what it does. So yeah, that's what I did off camera. because I'm going for like a more cooler tone look, I'm not gonna go in with my Chanel Tan Disney bronzer, which would really warm it up, and that's not what I want today. Ooh, I have to be on in 30 minutes. But before I decided to turn the camera off and do everything else, I also applied one more layer of mascara, if that's why my lashes look completely different. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna like be like a problem about like moving back in with your parents. I mean, I've been here, like we haven't had any problems. I'm my dog's favorite again. Like, who can complain about that, really? And again, I'm not like spending $7,000 just for housing alone for, you know, I think it was like 2 labs. So yeah, it's better for me in the long run. Obviously, I'm gonna have the little issue where obviously my boyfriend and I are in different states. We've always kind of been like long distance-y-ish, but this is gonna be different in the sense that, like, I don't know, like, we're gonna go longer without seeing each other. And I mean, yeah, like, that's kind of been the case like since April, but every time like I've gone out to see him, because it's like too hot, so I'm not gonna make him come here when it's like really hot. But as soon as that temperature drops, like, oh honey, he's coming here. Just saying. And he is aware, also just saying. But we go like longer periods without seeing each other. But I mean, as of right now, we've also spent more time together whenever we are together. So that's a little bit of a contrast of, you know, that situation. So let me know if you'd like to see videos on that, about like long distance relationships and stuff. I am gonna go out and see him for like a week in August, right before my classes start in August. So yeah, I don't know, I think it could be interesting to do like long distance diaries. Precisely in the first video that I had made, there was gonna be like a different type of diaries, but that's officially scratched. And it had to do with like, I thought I was gonna actually have to go to these classes, but then it was like, it's optional. So I was like, all right, then no. So I was gonna make that type of diaries, but now I can make like long distance-y diaries, which I think is like more relatable, you know? Perhaps, I don't know, I'm just spewing ideas here, but I'm still gonna try to make like college content even at home. I mean, if anything, I think this virtual setting, it's a lot harder to do college in, so I think like that is definitely still gonna be a thing here on my channel, because I know a lot of you really enjoy my college content, and I really enjoy college content too. It kind of makes college fun by like documenting it and sharing it with you guys, and like we're all living like that college struggle. So yeah, since I want more of a neutral blush, I'm gonna use my NARS Madly, which I hardly ever use. It's a little more neutral, and since I'm not like, I only put on like bronzer as like contour and not like to bronze, this might be like a nice little addition. My brushes are like starting to shed, probably because they're like very old, and like they're not very old, they're like a couple years old. And I mean, I'm not like a really big makeup brush person, so I don't know. I think like all the wear and tear is finally starting to catch up with my brushes, and it's really apparent in some brushes. I think I put on a little too much blush. No, I think it's just the shadow on my face from where I'm positioned / where the window's positioned. But yes, I'm still gonna be doing college content even though I'm gonna be here in Arizona. You know, and it kind of makes me happy because obviously like living in a different state as your family, I don't know, like I moved around a lot when I was young, and like not even as I was young, so like throughout my whole life, I felt like since the age of 12, it's just been like moving and starting over and moving and starting over, with whether that was like starting over in a new chapter of your life by yourself or completely starting over in a new place. So it was really hard for me when my parents left, because they were like the only thing that was like consistent during all of that. So I missed them really much, and because of like my life and like my life schedule, like it was kind of hard to come out often. I mean, I did come out like every 2 months. I would make it like a thing to like come out to Arizona to see them if they didn't come out, but it was still like, it was just a couple days. Like it wasn't enough as it is now. So I'm really happy that you know, I'm with my family again, which I know like not many people are. I feel like most people my age like would dread moving back home with their parents, but I'm actually really happy about it. Like, yeah, my friends and my boyfriend, but I don't know, like it's different to talk to them every day than like your parents, who also have their own lives and are on their own schedule and might not be like the same level as techie as you. So communication's not the same. You know, I think like everyone would probably understand that. So I'm really happy. So it kind of like worked out for the best for like my mental health. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to like, yeah, I mean like my school was like, no huns, like you're not coming back, like sorry. We actually care about our students and the safety and the health, so another virtual semester it is. But it's gonna be different obviously, because now like the professors have had time to prepare for like a virtual setting, rather than like only having a week from going from normal life to like, all right, now do it virtually. So it'll be better than it was. Like I think most of my classes, all except for one, like we're still meeting like online at the time that the original class was supposed to be scheduled, and last semester that only happened with one class out of all of my classes. Everything else was like at your own pace, and I felt like that was so easy for me to get behind, and I felt like I did at one point, because it just felt like I was on a low-key vacation with minimal responsibilities. So I think it'll work out better. So I think it'll be easier to provide college content now that like I kind of know, I saw what it was, and I know like what the worst case scenario would be, but also like the professors themselves have been preparing for it. So yes, but that is my makeup. Lips, what do I want to put on my lips? I really am gonna put a red lip on later, but because, you know, I'm not gonna show up with a red lip for work, we're not gonna do that. And that's why I wanted to do a cool tone look, so it all kind of goes. Let me just release my hair. I think I'm gonna do Mrs. Kisses from Charlotte Tilbury, just because it's newer, so I'm very excited to use it. It's like a very light peach, and I'm not really gonna like be like burp, burp, burp. I'm just really like dabbing it on, because I don't know, I feel like usually for the people at Zoom, I'm the one that like is the most overdone. I feel like not that many people wear makeup, which is fine, no judgment, but sometimes when I look at everyone else and I look at my camera, I'm like, oh honey, like you're really sticking out like a sore thumb right now. Which is whatever. I still do it even after knowing that is literally what I was doing. Maybe that's why I wanted to go for like a more cool tone look as my last one. But I just like, see, nice, simple, easy. I'm probably gonna keep this shirt on for work. But yeah, so that's it. That was kind of like my little update. Work ends, school situation. I will be in Arizona, but it kind of gives me, you know, I'm still gonna be doing college video, but it actually gives me a new opportunity into like a new series that I could, I don't know, like like, yeah, I've always been in a long distance relationship with Josh, my boyfriend, but it was kind of like, oh, like he's only 3 hours away. But now, so it wasn't the same as most long distance couples. And you know, long distance is long distance no matter the distance, but it was a lot easier than most couples. But I think now I'm in a position where it is like most couples, regardless of like how often you see your significant other or not. So I think I think now is like the right time where it's relatable, because I'll be in a different state. Yeah, like we're only 2 states away, but that doesn't mean we'll be seeing each other like as much as we did. So I just had to figure out kind of how I would want to do that going forward. But I like that this is like a new venture off idea, because my channel is just like a big giant mishmash of different things. And you know, I get that some people love it and some people hate it, but it's my channel, so I get to do whatever I want. I rather just keep it in one channel and make it easy. You know, and if someone doesn't want to watch it, they don't have to watch it. I don't know why people that like hate certain things, like my luxury videos, like, you know, it is something I absolutely freaking love. Like, sorry, I like nice shiny things, and like, you know, it is luxurious. Is it necessary? No. Is it ridiculous how much it costs and how much I've spent being a broke college student? And I say broke college student now, but obviously I purchased these things when I wasn't a broke college student. So, you know, I can tell that those videos get the most dislikes. They don't get like the most views, but you know, I'm just like, if you know you hate this type of content, why are you gonna watch it? Like, I mean, things we're watching regardless, because like, I mean, it still like aids me whether you like it or you don't. But it's just like, I don't know why people do that. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that. You know, it's my channel. I can put out the content that I want. But yeah, that's kind of my little update. Sucks that I'm not gonna get paid. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to add a little bit of a darker color. So this video is just getting longer and longer, but here is, I'm gonna use another Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I've just been in a Charlotte Tilbury mood. I can't really explain it. So I'm gonna take Walk of Shame, and I'm actually gonna put this right in the center. I feel like that just changed it. Kind of like K-beauty, like gradient. That was like all the trend when Americans were trying to try it out, but I love it. I've always loved it. So yeah, that's my little update. And suggestions are always welcome. Please leave them down below, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.